Excuse me. I should restart, but that happened. We're all human. Burp, fart. It's all normal things. Thanks for tuning in to this new series we're about to pop off with Randonautica. I know it's not like a brand new idea or anything, but we haven't touched on the category. Sorry, I got chest heartburn. But we haven't touched on the category ourselves yet. So we're going to be doing some Randonautica adventuring. I don't know what to call it. Trying to make it sound cool. But if you don't know what Randonautica is, it's an app that generates a random point on the map that you could select in the radius that's nearby you. And well, what you do is before you go to select that point, you have to keep in your mind like the kind of what they call intention or intent, I think, go find there. That way the app can feed off that, and then when you go to this location, you'll end up finding stuff that you had in your head before looking at this point. So it would have been completely by coincidence, completely random, in other words. But our series is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be searching for something without using the intent, too, which is, it seems a little bit impossible, but when you really think about it, it's not. In case you all haven't seen that video yet, I have made a video about Randonautica in the past, and saying like how I believe I helped create Randonautica, and the powers it has basically today. I believe I'm part of that reason. And for this first episode, we're not going to be going on the adventure just yet because I want to explain why this series is being created, what we're looking for in the series, what's to come from the series. That's what this first episode is about. So if you don't want to hear all that, which I really couldn't suggest you do if you're going to watch this Randonautica adventuring series with us, because you want to know why we're doing this. You want to know the whole new part to it that we're going to be putting into it. So, like, the reason why I believe I should be part to blame for Randonautica is because there was a time back then when you can kind of see in my videos, if you go scroll through them, there's like about a month, the 2 weeks period time where I don't really upload as much. Actually, it looks like I'm about to quit YouTube, and I just quit uploading out random. And that was because I was swatted by a false claim, which they already proven was false, with the proof they got from me, which was none. But yeah, I was swatted. I got all my devices taken from me, and for those 2 weeks, I was using my Blu-ray player to get on the FB app, Facebook Messenger, and also its main website page, and I was able to make like these sentence long. It was weird. On the Blu-ray player, you can only make a sentence long, and then you have to press enter. You can't add no more to it. So I was making these sentences, but I had to talk like I had paragraphs on my mind. So it came out like it looked like I was talking to myself there for a little bit. But truthfully, people just had to read them one after the other, and if people couldn't put that together, well, who is the really one with the problems here? You're claiming that I'm talking to myself, which is BS, because you're too lazy to read what I'm putting out there. Who's the crazy one then? Really? Anyways, while I was doing that, I was watching YouTube still, and I was actually getting into new videos because of this, because when they took away my devices, I didn't have the chance. With the Blu-ray player, there's no real reason, or I was using my TV too for YouTube. There's no real reason to log into YouTube with the Blu-ray player or your TV. Really, it's just like you could watch YouTube on your TV and stuff, but just there's no point to logging in because there's really no point. 1 second. Well, so eventually, a week before I got my stuff back, I started seeing these randonautica videos pop up, very popular. Now, what struck me odd was this. How did something become so popular without a trend? You know? Usually it takes a bunch of people to do something of the same thing to make popular, right? But this, it just popped out of nowhere and it became popular instantly. It's like, how was it? Like even if it was just one creator to make it popular, how is that even possible? You can't have a trend. You can't have a popular thing without a trend. That's what I believe. And that's what I still believe, you know? It takes a trend to make something popular, such as a floss dance. The floss dance wouldn't be so big if people weren't doing it themselves, making it into a trend, making it to where it got to be. But with Randonautica, no one was talking about, no one was doing it for entertainment value, and all of a sudden one day, it shoots up there over one news report. I get my stuff back. And then right away I want, for this week I've been watching because as soon as that one video popped up, boom, 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 boom. Then the trend started. It became popular and started a trend. It didn't become popular from a trend. It became popular and started a trend. You see what I'm saying? It skipped the normalcy. It, like, I don't understand how that worked, but it did. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. I want to skip the trend, you know? If I could skip the part where I have to have people talk about me and how I'm entertaining as much as I could, I would do that. But one day I'm on TV and they're like, where did he come from? I didn't expect that. That's what I'm talking about. You need a trend to get something popular, or it's just going to be so absurd. At least it should be absurd, but people are not looking at it in that way. So when I got my items back, I started putting the two together. I've been doing a lot of research with those items they took from me. And just possibly, if they were running through all those articles I was reading through, all those messages I was sending and getting from people, if they were actually able to put all those things together and actually even look into the articles and maybe even read out some things out loud that they should have not, because they weren't prepared for what they were looking at. I did some dark research. I won't lie. Just to see what they would say about it, just to see how crazy people can get. I was interested in the poking to see what I could find out, and I feel like that they went through all that research I'd done. But you see, with me, I researched it a bit, and then I took a long break because that stuff will almost scar you. The stuff that you could come across while researching the dark part of the world, you might, and when I say dark part, I mean like evil part. You might find some stuff that will make you sick to your stomach. You might find some stuff, and honestly, if you get sick to your stomach, there's no way that you could be researching this stuff. There's no way. I had to get used to that stuff. I had to, it was like, it had to become the tipping point to make me go, okay, I need a break. But I had took those breaks. And what I believe happened was, with their 4 or 5 weeks of holding my devices and stuff, they were probably putting all that information together at one time, reading it out loud to each other, and so. They might have said some curses that opened up some things, They might have. When I researched it, though, I knew what I was researching into. If it came to a part where there was like about cults or about any type of dark magic, black magic, I would never read that stuff out loud. I would read it very slowly in my head, so I wouldn't take any chances of repeating a curse. And what I believe happened was they must have opened something, you know? They must have done something with my devices, and that's why I feel like I should be part to blame for this randonautica stuff, you know? And that is why we're doing this series. Because if they're able to take it from me and give it to the whole world like that, then I should be able to take it on back. And that's what we'll do. I did not sacrifice my mental state to watch people go and do something stupid with it. You know? What I was doing was trying to make sure we can avoid this in the future. I was trying to make sure things weren't getting as bad as they could possibly get. That's what all that research was for. Whenever I came across something that was going too far or going too bad with it, I found ways to let you all know. So we will be getting whatever they took from us back. Especially if it's a random power. This is a random channel offering you all random entertainment. Stuff that you won't even see coming, you know. Stuff like, you'll be like, oh wow, he actually does this too? That's awesome, and that's why I like him. Boom. I'm going to do every entertainment I can out there, that's for sure. And then, you know, a lot of people look at it as if it's random entertainment. But you know what? When you find out what it really is, and what I've been telling you, it's just awesome entertainment for awesome people like yourselves. So yeah, stay tuned to that interesting one. It's going to be an intense series, a very intense series. Who knows? Who knows what might be thrown into it? Who knows what might be found from it? You'd have to wait to watch and see. Now, of course, I have no problem with the Randonautica app. I want that to be clear. This ain't no hate on Randonautica. I think the app's awesome. I love going hiking and adventuring. So the fact that they made this app, I love it. The only part I really hate about this app is the fact it was brought popularity for that week I didn't have no devices. So I had no chance of using the app. It felt like they were like, oh look, we're going to make it rain gold on everyone, but Dalton's going to have to stay inside. Or the new creator. So that's my only problem with the app. But as you can see, that's not really a big problem at all. I mean, I got the devices back. We got the app now. It's time to take what's ours. It's going to be a really interesting one, I think. I think I'm going to love the intensity of it. I'm going to love the story to it that we're about to tell from it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you all will love, a lot of you would love to see the adventure walks. I mean, it's really hard to find someone to go out on walks with, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you still that love to do that and would love to see that. So stay awesome and stay tuned.